Does this a little bit. Good morning, everyone. You can tell the humidity's up because my hair is just getting bigger and bigger. Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, May 1st. We are live in Houston, Texas. My name is Drew, Captain Housekeeper. So glad you're here. This is my 12th show. Yesterday I said it was the 10th show, which confused me greatly this morning when I tried to say it was the 11th show, but it was really the 12th show. Hey KB, good morning. Good to see you. I think we missed you yesterday, didn't we? I'm glad you're here. Yesterday, being outdoors, I was worried about the sound. Oh look, you can't see it on my monitor. I can't see everything y'all can see, but I can see right there. Let's see, right around there. This is my statue of David. I bet that he's naked, you know. I bet that goes against the terms of service of YouTube to have a naked statue in the background, but you know, get much hotter, we might have to join him. Yeah, the humidity's up. Houston is full on summertime, but we like it, so that's why we live here. We have the pool. Look, the hibiscus bloomed. So happy it bloomed for you. Isn't that nice? It's so pretty. I actually bought just this hibiscus plant at Home Depot like last month sometime, and it turned out, because I was sleuthful about it after I planted it, there's actually 3 different hibiscus in there. There's a pink one, there's kind of a peachy one, and there's also a double, which has double the petals. So that's kind of fun, you know, 3 for 1. So anyway, yesterday I activated my Instagram account for Captain Housekeeper, and I've decided that I'm going to do, you know, Instagram stories where you can kind of tell the story of something or of your day. So after I finish with my live show, I'm going to start to kind of document what I end up getting done each day, go about my day, and kind of put it up on the Instagram page. So if you want to follow along with that, that'd be fun. It's you know, Instagram, my handle there is Captain Housekeeper. I'll put that link maybe in the show description after this uploads, so you can follow along there too. Yesterday I went to the grocery store and the car wash, and it was kind of fun. So I'm glad you're here. Oh look, Teresa's here. Teresa, so glad you're here. Hope your boss doesn't see. Patty's here. Hi Patty, good to see you too. Hi Julie. Oh gosh, everybody's here today. This is great. So much fun. So today I have my attack plan, and as it cycles around, there's actually nothing extra on my attack plan. So it's just the normal chores today: change the sheets, clean the house, but nothing extra. Yesterday, remember, I was supposed to do the pool filter, but I also had those plumbers coming, and they actually ended up getting in my way. So I scrubbed the pool. It looks a little cleaner. I did balance the chemicals. That's why it's a little bit brighter, but I didn't get a chance to do the filter. So I'm going to have to do it today, or it's going to fall too far behind. And that's not good, because with all the dog fur and everything and the pollen from the spring, got to get it cleared out. So I got to finish my pool chores. Hey, my friend Cheryl, you know, started her journey on minimalism. Remember, I did a live show from IKEA a couple weeks ago where I introduced you to Cheryl, and she made her first appearance on Captain Housekeeper Live. Well, she's started her journey, and she's documenting it on her own YouTube channel called The Woolen Hook. And I've put the link to her YouTube channel in the show description. So if you want to follow along on her journey with trying to, you know, adopt the concept of minimalism, I'm excited to follow along. I've subscribed. I'm also going to be interviewing her next week at our monthly breakfast. So I'm going to get caught up and maybe be able to ask her some questions. So, you know, minimalism's a kind of a trendy topic right now, I know, but I personally have too much stuff, just like I think a lot of my friends. So I'll be interested to see what I can learn from Cheryl. She's the queen of research. Oh my gosh, when she gets an idea, she digs up stuff, you know, to support different concepts. It's wonderful. So it'll be fun to follow along with Cheryl's journey. So, oh, Kristen's here. Oh, Kristen cleared a counter like I suggested. That's a really good place to start. Like I said yesterday, if you're a little overwhelmed with a room or with the house, start with a counter. Just clear a counter and, you know, keep that clean. If your mind gets a little overwhelmed with the rest, go back to the clear counter. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Feel how good it feels to have that cleaned up there, and then move back on with the rest of the house. I have my principal attack plan, of course, is on my blog, and I have a link to that in the show description. So if you go to my blog, you can print my version of the attack plan, which, you know, if you follow along with me each day, it might help you, you know, kind of grasp the concept of splitting your chores into daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly categories. And then you can modify it as you go and make it your own. I think that's a great idea. So, Captain Toasty Mornings asked a question, and she wanted to know how to take care of hardwood floors on a daily basis. So hardwood floors on a daily basis is an interesting thing because I have 2 dogs, I have a cat, I have other people that live in the house. So the floors are a mess all the time if I don't keep up with it. And half the house is hardwood floors, half the house is tile, and a third of the house is carpet. So you do the math. I got lots of floors to deal with. And remember, floors are your biggest surface. So if you're keeping your surfaces clear, keeping your counters clear, got to keep the floors clear too. It sets up such a sense of calm. But Captain Toasty Mornings wants to know about tips for keeping your hardwood floors clean on a daily basis. So daily, a really good thing to do is I have a cordless, you know, they used to be dust busters, but then Dyson kind of upgraded the concept. I got one of those Dyson cordless sticks, digital, I don't know what it's called. I added it to my Amazon influencer page. So if you look in the show description, there's actually a link to my Amazon influencer page. So if I ever talk about something, I've been kind of plopping it in there. So if you want to do your own research, there's more, you know, Amazon has all the information so you can see it there. So the one I have, the Dyson I have, actually has an attachment with a beater bar. It's really, really good for hardwoods. So I go through and I do all the edges and the corners with my cordless. It doesn't take very long. A cordless has plenty of suction to just get the debris up, because that's what you're dealing with on a daily basis is debris. Excuse me, if you happen to live somewhere that's particularly dusty or you like to have your windows open a lot, after I go through with the cordless, then I use my dust mop and I just spray the dust mop with a light spray of pen dust, which is not really polish, it's really just more, it's just sticky, you know, it's supposed to attach to the dirt. And I'll go over the hardwood floors with that just to finish them off. I know a lot of people like to mop their hardwood floors weekly, but you have to be really careful with the surface. If you're using anything that has ammonia or bleach, like for tile floors, you're gonna end up damaging the surface in the wood. So just be super careful. I mean, if you want to use a mop that's been really, 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 really wrung out, so it's practically dry, and then go over the floors with that, that works too. But you know, that's not much different than a dust mop with just a quick squirt of pen dust. I never spray anything directly on the hardwood floors because I'm always afraid I'm not going to get it on there evenly and it's going to show, or it might become slippery, and that's really, really important to stay safe. So Toasty Mornings, I hope that that answered your question. I saw some other questions come in. Let's see what we have here. Do you slide across your hardwood floors in your socks after you wind dust? Well, that's such a great idea, and yes, I would, but I don't. But it's a great idea to polish them up. You know, be careful with splinters, of course, but I remember seeing I remember seeing a baby onesie that had like loops all over, so you could put it on your baby and put the baby down and just let them crawl all over and, you know, polish your floors at the same time. I think it's a great use for children. Child labor is, you know, it's very valuable in your home if you have children. You need to delegate and get them to work right from the start. Okay. So, okay, dark laminate floors, they look cloudy no matter what I mop with. Okay, dark, yeah, they look cloudy because you may have damaged the surface. They also might look cloudy because you might, if, I don't know if you did, but if you use any of those like mopping glow things that like self-shine, those actually end up dulling the surface as you go. So you need to be really careful with what you put on it. What I would do is, if you go to like a Home Depot, there's a section on hardwood floor cleaners there, and they have something that's supposed to clean off old cleaners that may have built up and maybe get you back to your original surface. And then from there, be careful not to put anything but, like I said, just wring out a mop really super dry. I wouldn't put any chemicals, especially because you have a dark floor. It's going to end up getting cloudy over time. Try that. Try getting the layers off of the cleaners and let us know if that helps. It should help. It sounds like it should help. KB says she uses a microfiber cloth on a Swiffer mop handle. That's brilliant because, like we've talked about in the past, microfiber cloths don't need chemicals. They do such a good job cleaning the surface. So if you wring it out really, really well, you don't want to have water. Another thing is, I made the mistake is I thought, oh, I have animals. Ugh. And so I used my steam mop on the hardwood floors, and I know it's supposed to evaporate really quickly and it should be okay. But that steam on the surface, I could see where it was making the finish on my floors a little bit cloudy. So I immediately stopped doing that as soon as I noticed it, and it seemed to get better, which is good. Hey, Snickers, hi. Snickers is from Galveston. I don't know if you know, Houston, where I live, from my front door to the beach is about 45 minutes, which is, super close. So I usually spend my birthdays down in Galveston. I love Galveston. Hello, Galveston. Glad you're here. Oh, look, Cindy's here. Yay. Cindy's from California. I had the pleasure of meeting Cindy a couple years ago. So I'm so glad you're here, Cindy. Cindy says, I'd be too scared to slide on the floors. Well, safety first. Don't want to fall down. Don't want to get splinters. Borrow a neighbor's child and put a onesie on them. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, we hate you, Cindy. No, don't do that. But you could do it to yourself. Get one of those onesies. I think for men. What are they called? They were real trendy last year. They were jumpers. Oh, jump hymns. Yeah. So if you're a girl, get a jumper. And if you're a guy, get a jump 'em and kind of put loops all over, like maybe sew some towels on it and then just get on your floors. Anyway, so if you're just stopping in, this is my backyard. I'm going to be doing the show. There's Neptune. Going to be this, and there's David in all his glory. I'm going to be doing the show all week this week from the backyard. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe now. And after you do, you need to ring that little notification bell that's right next to the word subscribe. It's the only way you'll be notified when I go live. And tomorrow, for example, I realized when I looked at my calendar, I have an appointment that I made 2 months ago, even before I started the live show. And it happens to start at 10:30 in the morning. And it's going to last about an hour and a half, I believe. So I won't be able to do the show. It's garbage truck day. Isn't that fun? I won't be able to do the show until the afternoon. So I'm thinking 1 or 2, but I'm going to play it by ear. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll get a notification when I go live. I like to get to the chat room here about 15 minutes early. You're welcome to come when I schedule the show. We can chat before the show starts too. Would that be fun? So I wanted to make sure that I have that influencers page over on Amazon. So make sure you click through there and you can see the vacuum that I talked about, and maybe I have one of the shirts I wore the other day, stuff like that, so you can see what's up. Be sure to go to Cheryl's YouTube channel and subscribe and follow along with her journey on minimalism. It's something I'm very interested in learning more about. And I'm going to be interviewing her live next week on my show from a French cafe, apparently. She gets to choose this month and she has to pay. I chose IKEA breakfast last month because it was the cheapest place on earth. So we're going to a French cafe for breakfast. I hope it's ooh la la, and we'll be broadcasting live from there at the same time. And gosh, that's about it. I'm so glad y'all stopped by. This is great. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the chat room right now. When I stop being live, then you'll need to leave them in the comment section. But I promise you, I'm going back and reading all comments, even if you're watching the show later on. And I'm writing them down so I can answer your questions. I really am enjoying this a lot more than you realize. This is great. This is so much fun for me. Just remember, because you're in charge of the house does not mean you have to do everything. Stop trying to do everything. Automate, delegate. I have a whole blog post about that in my show description. There's a list of things I suggest that you can automate and delegate. Get some stuff off your plate. Give yourself some breathing room. Enjoy your weekends. Spend time outdoors with your loved ones. And like I always say it with me. No matter what life throws at you, you have the power to make today a fantastic day. All right, love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow right here, weather permitting, probably in the afternoon. Okay, bye.